Welcome back to the show. Well, you've probably watched a lot of Christmas movies, those Hallmark movies, of course. The beauty of them is that sometimes you can see a little piece of where you live in them. And Ottawa has just been a magical place, not only for Christmas movies, for other films as well. And here to tell us more about the industry itself here in our community and around the region, I'm joined by Shane Boucher, owner and producer of 1Department Entertainment Services. Welcome, Shane. Great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about 1Department. Tell me a little bit the history of the business.
So 1Department, we've been producing now for 5 years. Okay. So we started in 2018. I've been in the film industry for almost 20 years. So I started in various positions, art department, ADing, a lot of different positions across the industry. And we started producing about 5 years ago to really meet the demand of kind of growing the industry here. Really wanted to kind of plant our ground here, I guess to say, and grow and help grow the crew, because what we were finding was that we were bringing projects, but we were losing a lot of people at the same time, right? So as the city was growing, we'd be competing with Toronto or competing with up north, and there wasn't a lot of production companies here that were really focused on keeping the projects in the city. Right. And that's really what 1Department's goal is try to keep the projects and bring the projects and keep the crew here. Yeah,
I guess what you're saying is we've lost a lot of talent in this city over the years, and it's a shame to lose it when we have such a great opportunity here in Ottawa. I know you do more than just holiday films and Christmas films, but that's been a big part of this industry in the last few years, hasn't it?
It has been. It's been really a key to our success, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, this year alone we did 9 Christmas movies.
Really?
And which is a lot. That's a big portion. Out of our 16 movies, we did 9 Christmas movies, and the majority of most of our years over the 5, most of our projects have been Christmas. And I think it's an industry that Christmas movies are just, it's something that everybody wants to watch.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just an easy watch. There's no drama about it. It's good for family. It's good for everyone to kind of sit around at home. And during this season, because everyone's getting together, everyone needs that excuse to sit down and watch something, even if it's just playing in the background, right? It's just something easy to have on. And I think that's really one of the reasons why it's so successful and why there's such a demand for the movies, because the ratings are off the chart, on every channel. More and more networks are now asking for Christmas. Like for instance, we did 2 for Discovery Plus. Okay. So they kind of veered away from their reality TV programming and brought the reality stars onto scripted Christmas movies, and trying to take advantage of the success behind the Christmas genre.
Why Ottawa?
I think Ottawa, because it's a growing industry, they're really looking for a lot of these movies. They get put together really quickly, right? Because they're made for TV movies, so even the scripts might be in development for a few years, but at the end of the day, once they're greenlit, they really start really fast. So we can go from greenlit to starting prep in the matter of a few weeks, and because of that, it's a little bit more difficult for a lot of these movies to kind of get set up in some of the more established film industry towns like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. It's a lot harder to pull in a crew or to get something set up that fast and to pull in quality on that timeline, because people are stuck on series, long-running series. Like Canada's got a huge series being filmed, a huge amount of series being filmed, sorry.
Right.
And so because of that, I find that a lot of the smaller towns are being looked at. And even though Ottawa's not a small town, they're trying to find something outside of the realm, outside of the big film cities, and we kind of bridge that gap. So we're able to provide a backdrop that can duplicate parts of Manhattan or parts of some bigger cities, but still bring a little bit of the small town kind of film industry. Because we're not as big yet, they're able to kind of come here and take that opportunity and shoot a lot more of their projects here on those timelines. And that's why we're able to do so many of them.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the fact, obviously, keeping the talent here in Ottawa, but then we also do have talent, right, that comes from outside of the city of Ottawa, and that must be a boost to the economy here as well, right, the film industry.
It is. It's a very big boost, and we're constantly, actually, to be honest, we're even bringing in more crew now that are coming and actually staying in the city. We're finding that we're getting a lot more interest in crew from outside, especially during the pandemic. There was a lot of people that realized that they didn't really want that super big city life, and they wanted to keep their career path, and they're realizing that there is opportunities outside those major film hubs, and I can have a career here, and we can kind of keep everybody working, and we're bringing a lot of that talent, which is a boost to the economy, especially, and also we're renting from businesses, and we're
course.
Constantly our set dressing, and everything that we have to purchase. Like every movie brings such a huge amount to the economy that is spent in the city.
Yeah,
right?
something as simple as catering too, right?
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
just things like that. There's that trickle down effect that I don't think a lot of people realize. What about community involvement? We've talked about crew, but for people that want to get involved in the industry, there's background actors and things like that. It must bring some excitement too, right, to people that just want to be involved. Maybe not in a big way like the big stars, but have a small part to play.
So we partner with Smythe Casting.
Oh yes,
In
okay.
Ottawa. So
I know Smythe Casting.
So Smythe Casting is where anybody can reach out to become a background member, and they pretty much work on all of our projects, and they do a lot of the background casting for the city. So I'd recommend anybody that's interested, in being in a Christmas movie, to definitely reach out to Smythe Casting. And then as far as like other businesses, just going to our website and reaching out to us through that website. We're always looking. We're looking for people's homes to film in. We're looking for businesses to film in. And although we have our scouts that are out there scouting for that perfect place, we do find that every so often someone sends us that letter being like, I'd love to have my house. And it's like you look at it and you're like, that's perfect. We're definitely going to pitch that on the next movie.
Do you have some films premiering, like coming up?
We do, actually.
In the next few days, few weeks?
So tomorrow night, we have a new Divas Christmas Carol, which is for VH1. So that's part of their Naughty or Nice. I was like, so that one's a little less family oriented, but a little bit more fun. And that one starred Ashanti. So that one's
cool.
One's airing tomorrow. And then we have a couple more on the weekend for Hallmark. So we have 'Twas the Night. Which is about a theater. It's kind of like about a play, so it's a play within a movie.
Oh, nice.
And then Holiday Heritage, which is actually Hallmark's first Kwanzaa movie.
Oh, really?
And that's
that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's premiering this weekend as well.
I just have 30 seconds left, but you do more than just Christmas films, as you said. What other genres of film?
So at the end of the day, we'll do, as a service production company, we'll basically film anything. You got an idea, and if we're able to pull together the crew, we'll do it. But a lot of we do focus mostly on Christmas and thriller. So we had a couple interesting thrillers this year with like Mina Suvari, House of Chains, and stuff for
nice.
Lifetime as well of that.
Very cool.
So we kind of hover between those two genres really. Is kind of the
Shane, great having you here, and congrats on all the success that you've had as a company so far. We'll be right back.